Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 27-yard line.
On second down, Elliott. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that.
47.
A first down throw for Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, that's complete to Cobb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
A gain of 7. First down, Cowboys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Cooper's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 38 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Double up. Second down and 6 at the 29-yard line.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he finds Stills, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on. Deuce. Hey, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, switch gears. 59.
Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his right.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running from the gun, Johnson. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch the ship. 22, jet cover.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Watson forced out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Baby, that's baby style. Tight dog, tight dog. Hey, 55!
To throw again on second down. Watson, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Set! 19! Set 59! Oh, yeah. 54! Here we go again. Here we go. 48. Come on, let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson, and the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Check 4.
Back to throw, Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Robert Quinn. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on the left hash. Officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
We ain't giving up nothing today. 26. 26.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 47 yards. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He was looking that time for Stills. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
26-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Shift. 26.
On second down now, it's Elliott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
40. 4 and 8. Then we're going to 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. There we go. Kill. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Again, it's Elliott. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, it's complete to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Watson on third down, dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go on 4th. Watson, then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately,